Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus, and as the that's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, DA. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Denver. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run.
Well, I think for Denver, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at shooting guard. And for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Porter, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Passes it to Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Jokic with the steal. It's Porter outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Here's Craig following the 3 by Miami. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Nunn, and he converts the layup. Nunn's got 5 points so far.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Stolen by Robinson. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Jones. Here's Nunn. And that comes off the assist by Jones. He's got 8. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their check down. Yes. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Robinson passes to Adebayo.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride, Beautiful assist.
To the paint, here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. Nunn, that's good.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And that one drops.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Butler on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Here's Dozier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws. That one on Olynyk.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Miami making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Dragic looking for an opening. Iguodala outside. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
You just don't want to give Andre Iguodala that kind of lane because you get that kind of highlight.
Lets it go with a three. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Jeremy Grant is out there at Bowl. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the two-guard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. We go now to the 2K leaderboard to find out who the top three-point shooters have been since the All-Star break. Kelly Olynyk on top.
And instead of wearing down as the season's progressed, his legs really seem to have gotten stronger, and so has his three-point shooting.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Daniels is checked in.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
The Heat with the lead. Iguodala kicks to Olynyk. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Drops in the tray.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Dragic with a wide open look. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Miami.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Dragic, that shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Heat leading by 3. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Second chance shot, Olynyk. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Dragic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Dragic has got 4 this quarter. 1:43 left here in the second. Morris against Dragic. Morris looking over the floor. And again, Denver with the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Morris against Dragic. The tray. Dragic with another miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Morris outside. The pass to Plumlee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Morris kicks to Daniels. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Nice move. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Leonard. Iguodala's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
Morris against Dragic. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Here is Daniels. And it's off from 3-point range.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Leonard the pass to Iguodala. A 3-pointer, no good. Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 3. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's none in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Outside Robinson. Pass to Nunn. For the 3. Drills it from outside. Nunn's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Murray. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Jokic and body control. Man, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Here's Nunn. That one, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. Millsap passes to Murray. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And while Murray is known, Brent, for his outside shooting, he's very strong with his in-between game as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options offensively and getting more and more in contact with Jokic on those high screen and rolls. Devastating, Kevin, when he gets to that left hand, it's around the free throw line and shoots that high floater. There are nights where he does tons of damage with that.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. A 2-point game, and Millsap slams it in.
And Millsap really getting up for that one. Love the aggressiveness.
To the middle, deflects the pass to the inside. Adebayo finds Robinson. And Jones now atop the key. Miami no good on that time either. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Outside Butler. 1:51 left to play in the third. And he uses the glass on the layup. Butler's got it all tied up now for Miami.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Murray right side. Millsap in the corner. No good with the triple. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Dragic kicks to Adebayo. That one wide left.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Passes to Millsap. And here's Daniels. Millsap has the open look. Tries again. Here's Jokic. Out to Morris. And another shot. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Shot's good by Hero.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Got that one up quick. 13 points for Jokic.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now Dragic, they count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. Daniels passes to Dozier. But they recover it. The feed to Millsap. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Heat with the lead. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard position. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. After the missed three from Goran Dragic, Morris with the bucket. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Now here's Crowder. Inside. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Heat lead by 1.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
Dozier kicks to Jokic. He sinks the 11-footer.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Hero. Following the basket by Jokic. Silva, the pass to Dragic. Just 4 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's good on the layup.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Morris inside. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Daniels. A putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Hero. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Dozier. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Now it's a 3-point Denver lead.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
The Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Dozier can't get it to go. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And the wide-open shot from Crowder. No good on the triple. Back to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Right side Millsap. All alone. Again, the Nuggets score.
Man, once Millsap gets the ball in his hands, everyone in the building knowing he was going to take and make that shot.
Morris against Dragic. And there's the pass to Silva.
Inside 2 minutes.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Silva. Miami needs to get a shot off. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Daniels inside the line. And no good that time. And the Heat going the other way now. Crowder from outside. The Heat with a fresh 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Morris. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Nice shot from the wing.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake. Wow, at a huge moment in the game, Leonard keeps his cool and nails a big one.
Morris against Dragic. Passes it to Dozier. Back to Jokic. Here's Dozier. The pass to Jokic. Down low, Crowder with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. Silva, the pass to Crowder. Count it! They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morris into the lane, to the middle. Here's Jokic. Back to Morris, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Outside for Robinson. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Murray. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game. Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Nunn. Off the inbound, no good. And so the big win by Miami in it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. forces to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at Denver. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And checking out Phoenix, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Now Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
A nice shot by Booker. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. And he gets it to go.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Murray, no good. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Booker from the arc, scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
Here's Craig. Uses the glass to finish the layup. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rubio against Murray. Rubio misses.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
The feed to Millsap. Johnson with the block. Oh, Ayton in position.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight quarters. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
Here's Craig, defended by Booker. Craig passes to Murray. Here's Craig, back to Murray. Quarter outside. And it's Ayton with the rebound. It's tipped. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas. Launches it. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And the upside for Ayton was always present. But Doris, were you surprised at how polished he was as a rookie?
Not at all, because DeAndre Ayton has got a big-time offensive game. This guy can finish with the best in the league right at the cup. You know he's dynamic on the offensive end, and this guy's only going to add strength and get better on the defensive end.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Jerome, covered by Morris. Here's Baines. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
But they get it back. And Plumlee kicks to Morris. They shoot again. And Bull with the lay-in.
Moving well in the pick and roll. Bull's understanding for how to capitalize in that spot is big.
Carter on the wing. His last outing, he had 8 points. Count that one.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
Bridges banked in off the glass.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets trail by 8. And the wide open shot from Morris. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bull. Saric against Millsap. Pass to Bull. 4 on the clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Denver now. Millsap kicks to Morris. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Dozier passes to Millsap. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys...
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Charge is out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point. There's the pass to Baines. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Bull. We'll talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Daniels kicks to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Suns leading by 6. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Saric against Grant. The shot by Saric, no good.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Daniels from outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the left wing. For 3. That shot off the mark. The Suns go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Michael Porter comes in for Bull. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. To the inside. Here's Ayton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Daniels. Here's Grant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, what a lineage for Jeremy Grant, a member of that very famous Grant family in NBA history. His brother, father, and uncle have all played in the league. And what a job he's done to follow suit.
Ayton up top. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
You feel like Grant started to turn the corner, I thought, last season, Doris, in his development.
No doubt, Kevin. He got to see starters minutes for the first time in his career, and he was rock solid. This guy is a good rebounder. He's switchable on the defensive end, and he brings great energy every night.
And Rubio kicks to Ayton. Pass to Kaminsky. Shoots over Grant. Kaminsky misses. The Nuggets trail by 6. Murray the pass to Grant. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Booker. Nice D from Porter.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. It's held in by Jokic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Porter finds Grant. Jokic with it. 1:06 left to play in the first half. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Rubio. And the wing jumper offline.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And Jokic slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
No good from Booker.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
In the corner, Murray with it. Porter looking it over. Back to Murray. Passes it to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Dozier can't get it to go. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. Oh, Ayton in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
This one for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the Phoenix had no problems getting going. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled. And that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Ayton kicks to Rubio. The dish to Booker. 6 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. For 3, Bridges. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic just got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Outside Millsap. In the corner, Murray with it. Shoots over Rubio. Kept alive, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And the Nuggets with some changes. Bol comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre. Sharge comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A nice shot by Booker. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot 3-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Carter against Morris. He feeds it to Millsap. And the pass to Jokic. And Bol wide open. He shoots. That shot no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris. For the lead. No good from Booker.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Just has that feel for the game, a feel for how to generate points. And that was a thunderous putback by Millsap.
Denver in the lead. Morris outside. He kicks it to Bull. Back to Morris. Denver passing it around. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 11 points for Jokic.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee comes in for Jokic, and Daniels subbed in for Torrey Craig. Here's Jerome. And it's Bridges at the elbow. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. Launches a 3. They get the rebound.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Daniels. Carter for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
To the paint. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Carter outside. Kicks it to Bridges. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Kaminsky out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point. Kaminsky. Some solid defense from Grant. The Nuggets leading by 9. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Phoenix has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Lets it go from 14. Here's Ayton. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
And he's had some huge games over the course of his career, and he's in the midst of having another one. Millsap's just telling everybody, get out of his way.
Rubio finds Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Porter. Johnson against Porter. With his first shot attempt, pocket 4. And it's Ayton missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. You want to command the defender's respect.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Suns trail by 15. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Booker, right side. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Rubio dishes to Ayton. It's tipped. Here's Craig, covered by Rubio. A shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Johnson outside. Now, here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. Back to Booker. Over Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nuggets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Millsap.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And that one's good. Daniel.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Booker inside, guarded by Porter. No good from Booker. Murray, the pass to Craig. Back to Murray from deep three-point range. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
and lower body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
That's a great look at our location tonight. The home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin...
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Look at the Heat. Advantage in one series.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yeah, here they are. And at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
The burst of athleticism of Butler is fun to watch. He is a tenacious dunker.
And here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Here's Booker. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. 4 on the shot clock. Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Here's Adebayo. That's tipped.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Rubio, the pass to Bridges. Booker outside. Over Robinson. No good from Booker. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Phoenix with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket, and the basket is good.
I love how Rubio controls the pace, able to shift gears in an instant.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Stolen by Rubio. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Well, they're passing to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Back to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. 5 on the clock. Here's Jones. Adebayo, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Rubio taking his time here. Johnson finds Ayton. Booker in the corner. Fires the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Butler, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. For Phoenix, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
27 seconds left to play here in the first. Iguodala against Saric. And stolen by Ayton. And now the Suns a fast break. Free throw line jump shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
And so it's Miami bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming here.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
We've got Kaminsky. He's out there with Aaron Baines. Saric is out there with Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Saric, that's good.
I'll tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. And another basket for Miami.
Assist from
Suns trail by 7. Here's Carter. Up and in on the layup.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Here's Hero, defended by Carter. Passes to Olynyk, lets it go, and Baines pulls it down.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Saric outside. Out to Carter. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Now the Heat take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Saric against Dragic. The shot by Saric, no good. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring. And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Fourth, the Suns.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Leonard brings the double team, and the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. Wow. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
The quickness of Jimmy Butler is the reason why he got that bucket.
First trip to the line for him here.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The drive by Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got his first points of the game. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
Back to Johnson. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. No good from Booker. The Heat leading by 8. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
You see the intensity in Butler's eyes. When you give him room to run, look out.
And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Dish now to Johnson. And here's Booker from the arc. But they recover it. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Miami with a change here too. Robinson's checked in for Leonard. .35 seconds left in the first half. Fires the 3. Rubio with the rebound. Suns trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson kicks to Rubio. Pass to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Pass to Rubio. 4 on the clock. Johnson for 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Hero. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Heat lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. It was all about Miami as the game got going. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Miami, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And the second free throw, good. Here's Rubio. Now Johnson. Kicks it to Rubio. Booker in the corner. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Ayton's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Phoenix.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Butler. The shot that time, not on target. And Phoenix will come the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Back to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Top of the key, Butler. The three. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take it. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
No good from Booker.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Outside for Robinson from downtown. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. #1, Ricky Rubio.
And all those swipes have come for him because of that endless energy with which he plays on the defensive end. I mean, whoever he's guarding, he sticks to them like glue on the perimeter.
His defense is front and center. No doubt about it. He makes huge plays on that end of the floor.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
And Miami making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Down low. Crowder kicks to Olynyk. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
The pass to Kaminsky. Crowder with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Pass to Baines. Booker in the corner. 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Sharge. Over Iguodala. They get it again, and Booker able to finish.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Hero, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And the Heat lead by 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the shot goes in. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Olynyk with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Baines passes to Booker. Sharge outside. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Hero. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Booker from the arc. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Sharge is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Booker in at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Clock is at 3. Here's Olynyk. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And Dragic has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 10 points for Goran Dragic.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Booker the pass to Baines. And he banks in the layup. From a low drama perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin.
Yeah.
Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Bridges, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Carter against Dragic. Trying to get open is Adebayo. And again, it's the Heat missing. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. A 12-point game to the inside. Pass to Kaminsky. And there's Sharge on the assist by Kaminsky. And it's 6 points for Dario Sharge.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
And Leonard stays with it. And the Heat lead by 12.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Here's Nunn. Count it from 12. The Suns shooting in this game 45%. Bridges for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Butler. Good on the bucket.
Everything's been working for Butler tonight. He's developing the identity of a superstar.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Out left to the wing. Pass to Rubio. Sharge with the bounce pass. The drive by Booker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Free throw good, Booker. The Heat leading by 13. Robinson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Jones kicks to Robinson. Tries from 10. Bank shot, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Rubio outside, stolen by Robinson. To the middle, here's Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Heat.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Butler.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answers.
And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Here's Dragic from outside, and again, Miami with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Ayton kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Payne passes to Diallo. Suns moving the ball around. Now here's Ayton, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Heat ball. Substitution for the Suns. Frank Kaminsky.
So it's Miami now. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Crowder dishes to Hill. Three-pointer. That shot is off. Johnson outside. Here's Payne. No good. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for the... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up.
The Mile High Sit. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sport. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at point guard. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Millsap passes to Jokic. And at last, they get one to fall.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
The pass to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Murray. Drills the baseline jumper.
Murray's shot is a real weapon for him. He's as reliable a shooter from the mid-range as it gets.
Robinson with it. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte. And so just over a minute and a half played. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks. Here's Porter. It's good.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Nunn. Connects from three-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Jokic trying to free himself up. It's good. With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point. You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
A different look for Denver. Rozier's checked in, and Morris subbed in for Murray. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Bull in for Michael Porter. Then for the Heat, Olynyk is checked in for Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Butler.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
And talking about Bol, his dad, Manute Bol, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", He's a tremendous playmaker.
Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
And the commitment from Grant on the drive to the rim, I mean, he's absolutely ferocious, relentless in how he attacks the rim.
And Olynyk kicks to Crowder. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Dozier. He's covered by Iguodala. And the rejection by Iguodala. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Grant the pass to Morris. From outside, off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside, Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Here's Dozier. He's covered by Iguodala. Plumlee in the high post on the money from 12 feet away.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Now Olynyk outside Crowder. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Marquee matchup tonight, Jimmy Butler.
I'm one that if you're the best.
That's the hard-working mentality Butler provides. A two-way threat, Greg, who wants to dominate the top players at his position.
And Butler has really embraced being a leader. You can tell he lives for these types of matchups and games.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
They've got Plumlee. Hole is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Hero, no good. The Nuggets leading by 7.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
And it's sent back by Morris. Passes it to Bol. Morris against Iguodala. The 19-foot shot, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Morris has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. From deep, and Iguodala is good for 3. Iguodala has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alums.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. Porter's checked in for Bol. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. And a new group in for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jimmy Butler comes in for Crowder. Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Dragic in for Hero. Here's Daniels. Following the score by Miami. Here's Butler. They get it back. There's the dish to Dragic. Back to Butler. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Unable to get that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Murray, no good. The Heat trail by 6. To the middle, tipped away. Adebayo passes to Butler. Back to Adebayo. From downtown, and again, Miami with the triple.
You know, the improvement is evident. Butler, wanting to improve how dangerous he can be from outside, went to work, and he's making it happen. You know, Jimmy Butler is right in your face and candid. He's confrontational and doesn't back away from that. Entering the league under Tom Thibodeau, fire-breathing vets like Joakim Noah, that's how he rolls, and that's what he knows.
And if you're a coach, Clark, or a GM, how much concern do you have about acquiring a player like Jimmy Butler, who's not going to bite his tongue?
Yeah, you know, I think it's important that a winning culture is already in place with a guy like Jimmy Butler. Guys who don't mind being pushed and challenged to be their very best in the quest to win. He's a fire breather, but he's also a high-level performer, a high-quality guy. And when you have that combination, usually you're going to win.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Goran Dragic. 1:16 left in the first half of the game. Count it, good. And it's 6 points for Jamal Murray.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And they're on the break. And here they go. Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Murray kicks to Dozier. Down low. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, you never know what Jokic is going to do because he's so unpredictable when he's working in the screen and roll.
Butler on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
On the floor for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's none in at the point. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Robinson misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Porter passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Robinson. Denver grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
Millsap kicks to Murray. Pass to Craig. To the paint. Here's Millsap, and he uses the glass on the layup. Millsap's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Robinson. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Murray, the pass to Craig. Outside for Murray. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 13-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Crowder, and he makes good on the layup. Crowder's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Daniels. Dragic against Morris. Daniels kicks to Jokic. Back to Daniels. Ball dishes to Grant. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
None, that's good.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Hero. Lays it up off the glass. Hero's got his first bucket of the night.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Daniels passes to Bull. And the layup's good off the glass. Bull's got 4 this quarter.
Moving well in the pick and roll. Bull's understanding for how to capitalize in that spot is big.
Dragic gets the bucket. The Nuggets leading by 7. A 3 from Morris. It's hauled in by Hero.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Outside Dragic. Over Daniels. Can't get it to fall. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Nuggets lead by 7. From the Pepsi Center in downtown.
We have to make a stand defensively.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Denver. Lovely out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Daniels in its small forward.
and he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And he hits it. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Silva. There's the pass to Hero. Makes it off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris looking over the floor. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Here's Dragic from outside. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Daniels passes to Jokic, shoots over Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots, just aren't found in that center position.
You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's Jones. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
Nice look that time from the veteran Butler, a go-to scorer. He's also willing to make the extra pass.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Is led by as many as 14 points. Passes it to Murray. Feeds to Millsap. It's stolen by Jones. Deflects the pass. Adebayo passes to Jones. Dragic against Murray. To the wing on the left. Outside Robinson. No good on the shot. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Porter passes to Millsap, and there is a whistle. That'll go on Jared Jones. That's his first foul. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Millsap passes to Porter. Now Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Adebayo. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Off the inbound. outside for Murray. Back to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 8 points for Millsap.
And this is why Millsap makes the big bucks. Dependable at stepping up his game in the clutch.
Took him no time at all on that one.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
You know, Greg, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps it was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Three. Good!
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Yes!
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Here's Craig. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul. At the line.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
And here are the Heat now. From deep, it falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
6-second difference between shot and game. Porter dishes to Millsap. Money!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
To the inside. And Millsap slams it in.
You know, Millsap can get hot in a hurry. When he finds his comfort zone, the defense is in for a long night.
None. It's off. So we see Denver get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Saric.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting's been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. From the baseline. No good from Booker. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Now, here's Jokic. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Craig passes to Murray. Inside, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Here's Bridges. That shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. And there's Murray on the assist by Paul Millsap.
And Murray showing it all here. An exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Rubio. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
And the Suns making a change here. Saric is checked in. Here's Millsap. No good off the back of the rim. The Suns trailing. Pass to Baines. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. It's good. This game is all even.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Millsap passes to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Rubio, the pass to Saric. Here's Dozier, defended by Booker. A nice shot by Dozier.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Denver grabs the miss.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Morris kicks to Jokic. He dishes it to Millsap. Missed inside.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the basket by Rubio.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Here's Jokic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Booker finds Baines. Now, here's Rubio. For 3, Booker. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Pass to Dozier. And there's the pass to Porter. To the middle. Here's Jokic. That misses off the backboard. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Denver. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the
basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Jeremy Grant is out there with Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Daniels in at the 2. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Jerome. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Suns third.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Here is Daniels. Grant. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Grant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Grant can move out there as a big. Firm screen and great cut.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Daniels dishes to Plumlee. Back to Daniels. Plumlee, the pass to Murray. There's the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Here's Murray. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Now Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Passes it to Ayton. He tries for 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression
Murray kicks to Daniels. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Murray dishes to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Jerome. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Carter for three. The shot missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Kaminsky kicks to Johnson. Carter with the bounce pass. Plumlee against Ayton. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Murray and taken away by Johnson. Charity stripe shot. That one a little long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Three-pointer, Daniels. That one no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Here's Jerome. Murray with the defensive effort. Denver in the lead. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Grant's got 6 points in the quarter. The Suns have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Jerome. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Carter kicks to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. Johnson for 3. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray the pass to Bull. Back to Murray. Dishes to Plumlee. Sweet move. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so that brings...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Here's Booker following the basket by Paul Millsap. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Craig. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Murray outside. The putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now the pass to Ayton. Rubio with it. Jokic defending. Fires from the corner. Rubio misses. A Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Johnson. Pass to Ayton. Jokic with the steal. Here's Craig, defended by Booker. Murray, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here's Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Bridges. And here's Booker from the arc. They could use a bucket. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Ayton.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he could be a bully on the inside.
Craig passes to Millsap. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And they're able to recover. Tries again. Bridges with the board. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Ayton. Rubio outside. Ayton against Millsap. Booker looking around. Here's Ayton. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ayton's got 11.
Ayton showing it could be a problem on other spots on the floor, not just the post.
Bridges against Porter. Murray for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Booker with no one around, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Devin Booker up there in usage rate, usually one of the top 5 players in the NBA, and right there you can see why.
Here's Craig. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Booker. Fader on the way, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
For 3, Booker. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Millsap kicks to Porter. Murray against Rubio. Murray, the pass to Craig. To the paint. The pass to Jokic. Nails the wide open jump shot. And it's an 11-point Denver lead.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. And now he's attacking the paint.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Your Suns dancers, fans. One more time. Give him a hand.
Here's Grant. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead. Ending the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Paul Millsap out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2-guard position. And Saric kicks to Booker. From outside the arc, and he's good on the three ball. But so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Jokic has checked in for Jeremy Grant.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Dozier passes to Millsap. Out to Morris. The three. Offensive rebound. And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Carter left side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Ricky Rubio checked in for Carter. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Rubio finds Booker. Fires for three. Knocked away. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Nuggets on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And he commits the intentional foul. Millsap kicks to Dozier. Misses off the left iron. Suns have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Morris against Bridges. Inside, Kaminsky. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Millsap down low, covered by Saric. Here's Porter, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Rubio, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Craig, defended by Booker. Millsap, uncovered. Here's Jokic. He kicks to Murray. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Suns on defense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
Murray against Rubio. Murray outside. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Bounce pass from Diallo. Baines, and Bull pulls it down. Here's Denver now. At one point, they led by 16. A nice shot by Dozier.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
That one good for 2.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. And so Murray nails both of them. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's present. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
And I think for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, there really was no way you could have predicted they'd have this kind of season. The only people that aren't surprised are the players and the coaches themselves.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Robinson is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a 3rd option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Here's Adebayo. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Chalk up 2 there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Bridges. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Ayton. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's slammed in by Jones.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And here are the Suns now. After the Heat pick up 2. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. Right wing. Booker looking around. Pass to Rubio. Clock at 4. Goes up to the stripe. It's hauled in by the Heat. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with the win.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Booker the pass to Bridges, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Suns leading by 3 to the inside. Misses in close. Here's Butler, and the layup falls.
Well, the confidence that Jimmy Butler displays on a nightly basis is awesome. This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Ayton kicks to Rubio. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The Heat trail by 4. Here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Now here's Aiton. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Phoenix leading by 4. The drive by Booker. Basket good.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Nailed from three-point land. The Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Booker's got 16 points.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Here's Dragic from outside. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Phoenix ahead as they end the first quarter with a 13-5 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a...
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Phoenix leading by 9. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kaminsky in the corner. Puts it up from 17. Out to Saric. Over Iguodala. Saric, that's good. Saric has got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Well, you can tell Dario Saric's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last Doris in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Down low, here's Kaminsky, and he lays it straight in.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Outside Dragic. Iguodala kicks to Crowder. Here's Hero, defended by Carter. Crowder, rebounded by Kaminsky.
That's a shot he's gotta hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Saric. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Suns lead by 10.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Carter on the mark with the 15-footer.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Now here's Saric. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Rebound by Olynyk. For Miami, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And there it is for him. Crowder's got his first points of the night.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Dragic. That one goes. Count it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Now here's Dragic. He's tightly guarded. Over Carter. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hero's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Baines. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And they call the foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
As we know, Devin Booker's a complete scorer. Equally.
Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great footwork. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Rubio outside. To the middle. Here's Booker. No good that time. Some solid defense from Robinson. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Down low. And there's Bridges on the assist by Johnson. And the Suns lead by 6.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's none. Covered by Rubio. Jones, no one around him. No good from outside. Suns leading by 6. The pass to Johnson. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And Jones slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Booker the pass to Rubio. Johnson surveying the floor. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Bridges with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. On up the court. And it's Ayton missing. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 6. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
Well, this guy is so good in transition situations. DeAndre Ayton runs the floor like a deer.
And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific. But they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Both teams will make substitutions. The Heat trail by 8. And it's Dragic off the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here's Carter. He's got 6. Goran Dragic grabs the board. Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
How about Iguodala skying for the throwdown? A little throwback dunk from Andre. Go ahead.
Carter dishes to Saric. Shoots over Crowder. The shot by Saric, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Good ball movement here by Miami. And the wide open shot from Crowder. The wing jumper off target. Suns leading by 4. 20 seconds left in the third. Yep, that one goes. Baines has got his second bucket.
What you love about this young guard, Devin Booker, is his ability to hurt you with both his passing and his shooting.
It's good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
4 seconds left. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 6 points for Mikal Bridges.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Heat trail by 6. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Kaminsky in at the center. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Rubio. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Andre Iguodala.
Going to the line will be Rubio. Just gets fouled on that sneaky drive.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Adebayo with the ball. They double him with Booker. Hero passes to Dragic. And the three off target.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Booker kicks to Kaminsky. Bridges against Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Saric passes to Booker. Offline with his three. The Heat trail by 5. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Rubio the pass to Kaminsky. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Nunn passes to Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hero. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Nunn. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Silva. No good with the triple. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. It'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Nunn passes to Leonard. Here's Nunn. He's covered by 8. And here's Leonard from 3. It's good from long range. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Johnson, the pass to Bridges. There's the feed to Ayton. Booker outside. Johnson outside. Bridges inside the 3-point line. Rebound by the Heat. In transition, here comes Miami. Pass to Jones. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now just a 4-point Phoenix lead.
Inside 2 minutes. Inside.
Booker against Robinson. And yes, it's good. That's now 22 points for Devin Booker.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
None, that's good.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
We call that execution, Greg. Getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
To the inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Robinson. Jones dishes to Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Nunn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
To the paint, here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Johnson. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Hey, Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Leonard. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1 second left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And here's Booker from the arc. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel